Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is my Christmas week holiday what I've been warming, and there is so much jolly stuff here on this table. I really hope that you enjoy it as much as I did. So I'm feeling much better, if you can't tell. Finally got over my cold, was able to enjoy most of this wax pretty much nose clear and mind sharp, well, sharp-ish. The haze of Christmas is what it is, but there's lots and lots of wonderful stuff that I want to talk to you about. So first off today, because sometimes I like to start with what I'm actually experiencing or finish with it, I think we'll kind of work backwards this week. I decided that as a between Christmas and New Year's that I wanted to do at least one day with gingerbread spice. So I have two things from Scentsy that are gingerbready and something from Teddy Bees, and all of them are going at the same time, and it is wonderful. This would also be really good for January. So first off, I've got Gingerbread Hugs, which is one of my favorite scents that was a limited time offer this season. I hope that you have clubbed this or that you got some. It was in the Sugar Chalet bundle, which meant that you could only get it through club if you didn't have that specific bundle that you bought when it sold out in like 6 hours. Oh, it's so good. It's a happy, sweet, vanilla gingerbread cookie scent that will always make me happy. I missed it when it used to be Scents of the Season, and I took it out of my club. Never going anywhere again. One of my top 3 of all the scents for all of the limited time offers this particular September through December. And also remember, the last day of December, almost everything LTO, meaning limited time offer, that would be holiday collection, the bricks, the harvest collection, any of that, Scents of the Season, they're all gone. So please get on your consultant's website and either start a club or buy what you really love, because January 1st, we'll have all the wonderful Bring Back My Bars, which I don't have any of those in here. I did a completely separate video review on all the Bring Back My Bars, very thorough. But I did melt all of that on top of what's on the table, so you guys should be really proud of me. But anyway, anything that's not Bring Back My Bar that you really loved, double check, because it should probably be gone at the end of this month of December at the stroke of midnight. So next, gingerbread pecan waffles. Not going anywhere yet because this is in the catalog. Very nice smell, and it's very complimentary to the gingerbread hugs because it brings more bakery. It brings kind of a stroopwafel type note, if you're familiar with that wonderful old bar. And it has a gentleness. It's got a little bit of the molasses. It's got a tiny bit of pecan. Very good. And this is a great cold weather bakery smell. Really happy, very Saturday morning. And then to just amp all of that up a little bit, to add a pinch of coffee, I have a few warmers with First We Do the Coffee from Teddy Bees. And this, out of the last pre-order and RTS cycle, is one of my top 5 scents that's new from her. Gingerbread spice, glazed oatmeal cookies, French vanilla cappuccino, and cool creamy eggnog. It's got beautiful, authentic, friendly coffee, nothing too harsh. But there's really coffee here. It smells like a mall at Christmas time in the late 90s. I love this. You got the oatmeal cookies. It's great with those other scents. So that is what I'm warming today, and it's both festive and cozy, and I love it. So another day, I went really into the hardcore spice and tree that mixes. So Balsam Spice is the newest one in our new release lineup in our catalog that I have fallen very hard for. It is a perfect, real soul of Christmas scent. It's more tree with some charred cedar and some cinnamon. But if you are trying to decide between the two and you're not a hardcore cinnamon lover, this is going to be cinnamon pine cones, which I will talk about. This is probably slightly more user-friendly for more people. It's awesome in a scent circle. I just ordered some more of them. But if you like the cinnamon and the woodiness of pine cones and then the balsamy tree type scent, cinnamon pine cones is even stronger and very nostalgic. They both are. They're very powerfully nostalgic, fabulous Christmas scents that are current in our catalog. Oh, love them. I can't decide which one I like more, and I've ordered scent circles of both. I wish that we could get those in car bars, really, Scentsy. We need to up our car bar game. It's getting really boring. Next is an interesting day where I mixed, not like direct warmers, but alternate warmers, a couple of old-fashioned scents. So this is probably maybe the 19th or the 22nd, something like that. think it was the 21st. I don't know. Right near Christmas, I'm super choosy about what I warm because I try to save some of the very best scents for that little crescendo as far as melting happiness. But from Teddy Bees, I got this very interesting scent in the pre-order that I had been wanting to smell for years, and it is called Vintage. This is cypress and fir needles, plum, fig, cardamom, cedar, and hints of smoldering woods. Now, when I first got this loaf, all I got out of this was the fig and the cypress, and I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted the balance of the notes. But when I had my cold, it could just be that my cold changed my perception a little bit. I felt like it was more balanced, and I loved this. It was so old. It's an old, antique, Christmassy holiday smell. And I also had a sample, which I used, and I almost feel like this one's a little less heavy on the fig. I don't know if it was a different batch, but it was good. And then this is one I love from Scentsy that I have just a couple bars of. I don't have a clubbed or anything, and that is Blue Christmas. And those two were very good together because the Blue Christmas has that same old-timey vintage smell, but more cinnamon and tree. So the balance in the house of the vintage, which is a little heavy on the fig and the plum, and this, which is a little bit heavy on the cinnamon, equalized perfectly, and it felt like I had a Victorian Christmas movie background going all day. It was great. Another day, and I've been struggling the most, I'm fine now, but the most with the citrus notes, because those are top notes that are more volatile. When it came to my cold, I would get so frustrated because I could get all the base notes, and then I knew I was getting better because I could get the mid notes, but I couldn't smell the citruses. So closer to Christmas, I had to warm Wassail Wonderland and some Holiday Market. These are so good, you guys. I know Wassail Wonderland hasn't been offered much lately. It's been in clearance, it's been in flash sales, but they haven't put it in the scents of the season. It was in there for so long all the time that I think people got sick of it. But this really is one of the best scents for Christmas. And I had a lovely viewer who's a subby on my channel who sent me this gorgeous box. You know who you are. Thank you. And there was a bunch of this in here. And I was so excited because I'm kind of getting low on my stash. And oh, is this a good, happy Christmas orange scent, you guys? Because this has the clove, but it also has the tree. And Wassail Wonderland really is one of those top 10 Scentsy Christmas scents. And I paired that, I don't even remember what went with what in some ways, with Holiday Market, which is still current in that holiday 5-bar bundle. And I need to go and check and see if I put this in my club. I said I wasn't going to, but I wanted it right near Christmas. That's a sign that it probably should go in my club. And I might be committing blasphemy here. I think Holiday Market I enjoyed more this year than Christmas Cottage. Don't throw things at me through the screen, but I really liked this. So when I get off of filming these videos, I'm going to go double check that that's in my club. And then I know that another day I was doing these two, which of course was fantastic. And I'm not saying Christmas Cottage isn't awesome, but Christmas Cottage and Very Snowy Spruce, for me, they're two of our most popular Christmas scents, and I really like them. But they're just maybe too popular. And I have tended to like some of the other slightly more off the beaten path, slightly more fresh interpretations of Christmassy smells that have come up this year better than those other two gold standards, which I've got like 2 bricks of Very Snowy Spruce, and I will melt more of it in January. But you guys have been hearing me say that all season. But I kind of feel that way about Christmas Cottage too. And this might have gotten ruined a little bit because we did that Christmas Cottage the mix, it's not mix it, what is it that we would do? Scenspirations. It was not a good bar for Scenspirations because it just brought out the bitter side of whatever the base is in Christmas Cottage. So when I was warming this, I was really fighting more with the bad versions in my brain that I had experienced last year reviewing all of those Christmas Cottage Scenspirations. So maybe just give me a couple seasons and Christmas Cottage will come back to its former glory, but it was just okay for me. But I did that with Sparkling Spice Citrus, which is in my club. Oh my gosh, is this good. And they were lovely together. Oh, this is beautiful. Sweet mandarin, it's very bubbly. This would be great for Thanksgiving. It'd be great for New Year's. It's great for any time in between. I hope this goes into the catalog next year. I think it's a standout. And in some ways, it's more versatile than Wassail Wonderland, but still just as festive and orangey. All right, so another day, I think that I was melting more Christmas Cottage, and it is some clove and cinnamon too, or maybe it was the same day as a Sparkling Spice Citrus, I don't know, but Clove and cinnamon, I haven't melted much of because I've been focusing more on cinnamon bear. I love this bar, and to me, it's great anytime in cold weather. It can be very festive and it can just be very homey. It's just hard hitting clove and cinnamon, very warm, and it's a lot like my favorite Christmas scent, which of course I will be getting to. We just aren't up to the 24th and 25th yet. So, what else did I do? Another day, there was a bar that is part of Bring Back My Bar that I was still trying to review. I did the cranberry spice, I think is what it's called, on the same day as a bunch of cranberry balsam from Teddy Bees, and I even got compliments from my younger daughter about that. This cranberry balsam is gorgeous. I really wish I'd gotten another one of these forget-me-not tins. Snow-covered cranberry, sweet vanilla, and cool balsam. As you've been listening to me, if you are a subscriber and you follow me all season long, I'm a little bit fed up with Scentsy's lack of a good cranberry at the moment. We have cranberry and cardamom, which is excellent, but it's not festive to me. It's just a scent. This sort of filled that void, that space in my heart that just isn't quite happy. So good. The balsam and the vanilla with the cranberry, it's wintry, it's Christmassy, it's sweet, it's gorgeous. Really, really good Teddy Bees scent, and I will probably use the rest of this in January just because it's so good, or I will talk myself into hoarding it for next November, December. This is one where if she offers it again, I'm getting more for sure, and I just wish Scentsy would figure out how to make something that smells kind of like that. So, and then I think it was the same day I was doing some Silver Bells because they're both sort of fresh and clean scents, even though that's cranberry. With the balsam, it gets this just gorgeous, sweet, fresh, totally wintry, totally holiday scent. And Silver Bells, I mean, how can you go wrong with this? This is one of those Scentsy classics with pear, candy canes, mint. Oh, I just said that. The mint and the amber. It's just glorious. And it's happy. And in an odd way, it went well with the cranberry balsam because they're both sort of medium soft, but still very rich scents that enhance your house. Okay, most of the rest of this is going to be bedrooms or basements, and I've got a couple things that I was doing right at Christmas and right after. So the day before Christmas, I did these two. So I think is this Christmas Eve? I think this was Christmas Eve. I got out what I think is my last clam of hollyberry cinnamon, which is a really nice scent that people don't talk about very much. I saw it in a clearance update at one point, and I got like 10 of them, and they're mostly gone. This is such a wonderful old school, like musky cinnamon and holly berries smell gorgeous. And I paired that with one of the most beautiful Christmas scents we've ever made, Homestead Holiday. And this was just so nice for Christmas Eve. Typically I'll do spiced berries, which I have, but I think I'm going to save that for New Year's this year. Oh, fir needle, the grapefruit or blood orange, and the cinnamon stick. This is such a homey, cozy, but truly Christmassy bar, just glorious. So then Christmas Day itself, I'm sure you guys will not be shocked, but I'm going to show you. I did, of course, Cozy Fireside, and I had also done, and I'll talk about it when I get to the basement, a whole clam of Cozy Fireside in the basement a couple days before Christmas. I still do not know why. That is my favorite scent in wax ever. Except Winter and Autumn from Bath & Body Works, which take the highest places just because I've melted them even longer. But this bar, there's just something about it. It is so warm and inviting. It's the best performer. It's never bad. Always, always, always my favorite scent of all time. And then, of course, because I'm me, in the kitchen, I put Sweet Orange Pomander in because this is just hardcore happy spice. And it's not specifically Christmas, I know, but doing it with Cozy Fireside, phenomenal if you're a spiceaholic like I am. Oh, so good. So that was Christmas morning, and then in the back room, because those are both so strong, I used some Storybook Christmas by Teddy Bees, which this needs to cure, but putting it in this room with the soft colors, and I wanted to make sure I didn't actually make people sick because the Cozy Fireside and the Sweet Orange Pomander are so over the top with their performance. This was perfect to just add a little bit of coziness back here. This is a little more low-key, but totally a Christmas morning scent. The smell of Christmas firs by the fireplace, cinnamon pine cones, crushed vanilla beans, and smoldering cedarwood. Absolutely gorgeous. Have like 2.5 tubs. Beautiful smell. So then the day after Christmas, so this is the 27th that I'm filming, on the 26th, I wanted to do something that still felt very Christmas specific. So I went back to what is another one of the standouts from the last pre-order, which is Simply Christmas. I need another loaf of this. We have to get this thing back at some point in 2025, you guys, before Christmas, because I need more. Oh, this is beautiful. It's Christmas tree, like fir tree. Very sweet and soft. Nothing sharp like pine or balsam. And then a little bit of candy cane. It just makes it fresh and uplifting. And then I'm hoping to get through this whole tub and not carry this over to next year. A very happy tub of Christmas trees and cream with the crushed candy canes. Now, if Teddy Bees offers just the crushed candy canes next year, I think I'll get a loaf. I don't really love peppermint, but hers is really good. This with the Christmas trees and cream is very nice, and it's a nice compliment to the Simply Christmas, but I would love to get another loaf of Simply Christmas and then get my hands on some just plain crushed candy cane and do those a lot next Christmas season, because they're exceptionally beautiful scents. And then since I didn't know what to do in the front room because too much peppermint, even though I really like it, can overwhelm me, I threw in some frosted cedar, and it was actually a pretty good compliment to the Simply Christmas. Now this is different because this is cedar and apple and vanilla, but it's got the same sort of soft quality as the Simply Christmas, and they were nice together. So then bedrooms and the basement. I had a lot of fun in the basement. Some of the time I was using it to test out BB&Bs, which is that other video, but I had one thing that is only good upstairs. I don't know if any of the rest of you have areas in your house where certain things work really well and then in others it's not so good. I've been singing the praises of Merry Wonderland, still love it, put it in my club, it's fabulous. But this was actually too spicy and too strong in my basement. It wasn't super pleasant. So there's this really intense apple cider and clove thing, and then the spruce. It was just too much, too sharp in that space, so I'm only going to melt this upstairs. Still one of my top favorites. Like I said, it's in my club. And then I only have one full clam left of iced pine. But I had these 2 cubes of this, and I appreciated this down in the basement for a day. My biggest regrets right now that I want back in my club as far as Christmas. I didn't club Frosted White Pine from last year from Sense of the Season. I love that one. Did club Iced Pine at one point, but edited it out, and it's gone. And of course, Very Merry Cranberry. Those are the 3. Probably the Frosted White Pine I'll never see again, but I'm hoping maybe next year we can get either Iced Pine or Very Merry Cranberry back in BB&B. I miss them a lot. Okay, now another thing that I was doing in the basement where I have to double check if I put this in my club. I really, really loved the November Christmas cookie scent, but I have to admit it's not the world's best performer. I'm arguing with myself about keeping it in my club because of that, but man, have I loved this smell. It's just happy. So I put it in my, what's it called? I think it's Let It Snow, the cookie jar snowman that I keep telling you about, and warmers, you guys. Warmers for Christmas for next year. If you have not bought things, the Radiant Beams, my little Nutcracker King, he is a great performer. I finally plugged him in this week. The Let It Snow cookie jar shaped snowman standouts for me for things that are still in our holiday collection that if you're thinking about maybe picking it up for next year, I would close out a party before the end of the season. And really, really and truly, the element type warmers that I have bought this Christmas season, I've been very happy with. And I typically am not into those. So they were really good. Anyway, I put this into my Let It Snow cookie jar snowman, and he just made this beautiful. And I don't know, I've got quite a few of them. I'll probably keep it in my club for now and then, dither about it over the summer. So we did that. Then another day, no performance issues, went for 2 days like gangbusters, my beautiful cozy fireside in the basement. So I think I did this like the 19th to the 20th or something like that. Oh, you guys, there's just no scent like it. It's just happiness and gloriousness. And the reason that the clams are messy is because sometimes in the basement I'm changing out the cotton balls and I'm afraid they're going to dribble on the carpet. Oh, it's so good. Here's another one that got messy for that reason, and that is Sleigh Ride. So good. I did this on Christmas in the basement because I had all the spice upstairs and I wanted pine or trees of some kind somewhere. This was last year, and then as far as Holiday 5 Bar collection, then it ended up in the catalog. I think I'm going to have to club this, and I'm arguing with myself because I'm going to want to club this and Balsam Spice. But this one, This is for people where tree and all the cedar and the char and the cinnamon with the tree is too much. This is so smooth and beautiful, you guys, and it's still an excellent performer. Oh, so you've got the fir tree, little hint of cranberry, good cranberry here, and then a fresh woodsiness, outdoorsy, woodsy, almost like an ozone-y kind of a quality. Beautiful, beautiful scent. I'm so happy that Scentsy did bring that back. And then a few things that were going in some bedrooms. Be Merry was going for, I think, my younger daughter, and I did throw that out here in the Florida room one day too. I think this is about all I have left of Be Merry. This is another one that would be great for Bring Back My Bar. It was a November scent of the month at one point. Then it ended up in the catalog. Then people got bored, I think, and they took it out. So I'm working on my last couple bars. It's gorgeous. This is another very antique, almost like holly berries and soft sweet berries, not cranberry specifically, and then a little bit of a tree. This is another one of those sort of, they swept it away, awesome Christmas smells. And cranberry and tinsel. Please, Scentsy, bring cranberry and tinsel back to Region 1. I miss it so much. That's another one that is such an incredible performer, and it's so old school with Christmas. But this one, if you can't get cranberry and tinsel, is kind of nice. So what else were we doing? Older daughter's room, I did some Olaf warm hugs. Oh, it was so good. It felt, when you opened the door, you know how sometimes, especially at Christmas, your imagination can be a little more active, a little more childlike. I opened the door, and this scent greeted me, and I really thought Olaf was going to run across the floor and say hello and throw a snowball at me. It was just perfect. It was perfect. What a lovely, happy, it is a Christmassy smell. It's definitely a wintry smell, but normally I cannot smell it enough to appreciate it. Trapped in her room like that was phenomenal. Like a beautiful, icy vanilla, almost like a body care, but happy and playful scent. So good. Okay, now, this scent is one of the strongest things we've ever had for scents of the season, and that is Sugar Plum Berry. I would put this also with Vintage and Blue Christmas. It's that type of antique scent. But, oh, is it strong. So I used 1 cube. I put that in one warmer in my bedroom after another scent started to die down. So I literally mixed them to knock down the Sugar Plum Berry just enough that I could handle it. Sweet Orange and Evergreen. Oh, here's my other one. So Cozy Fireside is always my number 1 for Christmas. This is my number 2 for Christmas. And then I just love Sweet Orange Pomander. I love Homestead Holiday. I love the Merry Wonderland. I love Wassail Wonderland. If it's got Wonderland in it, I guess I like it. But man, oh man, if I could only melt 2 things for Christmas from Scentsy, it would be Cozy Fireside, and number 2 would be this one. It smells like mistletoe from Yankee from back in the day. Gorgeous. Like a greenhouse quality with the evergreens. It's not outdoorsy. It is very much that bouquet of greenery that they give you, and then you make a wreath out of it. Oh, so you think about the poinsettias and all the glorious things when you would walk in, and the cooler would be piled with greens. All childhood and then early marriage memories for me. I love to work with real greenery, and this one gives me that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then last but not least, one of the ones that I said is a regret for me that I would love back, but I don't think I'll see it back, is Frosted White Pine. I don't know why last year it didn't excite me. This is one of the nicest pine smells. If I even had to choose between getting this and iced pine back, I might pick this one. It's sweeter. It's got a little bit of an outdoorsy quality and the gorgeous white pine type scent, which my father, is his favorite tree green. It's just lovely. So this is everything that I have been getting through. I think, yeah, that's everybody. And then the Sugar Plum Berry I put in on top of the Sweet Orange and Evergreen to temper it, and it just was that nice vintage antique, like walking into a general store and then they've got the counter full of all the spicy old-fashioned candies kind of deal. Elizabeth Quinn with Elizabeth Scenes and Scents with my Christmas week of melting. Merry Christmas season and a Happy New Year to you all. God bless. Bye-bye.